love of my life. I think about my parents and kind of their love story, right? They were the only ones out of their respective joint 13 siblings who had a non-arranged marriage, right? It was a love marriage. And I think about their love story. My dad used to sneak notes in these little matchboxes to throw it to her because they were from different families and they weren't allowed to date at first and all this type of stuff. Forbidden love, vampire babe, you understand? I'm a hybrid, okay? I got the werewolf passion in me too. Don't worry about it. Bella's an ISFP, okay? But the point is, they lived when they came to America, my dad was, overall, he ended up making hundreds of millions of dollars and they lived in a modest house, right? Growing up. And when I was super young, I had to be in the same room as my sister on separate beds, right? My dad was always very conservative with his money, but they would go for their walk every day. They would talk about the news at night. My dad would read a book to her. They would be in a joint book club together in bed. And I'm like, they got that part right. You know what I mean? So I'm more lavish than my dad because I was raised, with slightly more. But the point is, that is what I take pride in, right? Finding the beauty in the mundane, making it, right? Going to a small town and finding ice cream, going to a random place in the woods and creating a nice little lighted ceremony for us. So I'm like, yeah, I always talk about how men should provide and all this stuff. And yeah, I'll have the ability to, but I'm like, our love story is just drowning into each other, right? And just us being enough.